Hello, my people, and welcome to KamerKonnection. And of course, you're watching The Talk with your boy, the V to the A. Well, it's been a while since we dropped in a video here, and yeah, we're coming back, and we're back for good. And The Talk is that slot where I talk about what I think. Share my opinion about the Cameroonian urban cultural landscape, what's happening, what's grooving, what's popping, and all of that. So, in this video today, I want to be talking about these very great 8 urban artists that I think are doing a great job, in bringing back the Cameroonian identity when it comes to music. And just so you know. So do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Yeah. Yeah, so welcome back. So like I said, in this video, I'm going to be talking about these great 8 artists in Cameroon that are really bringing back the Cameroonian identity when it comes to music. And just so you know, for some time now, the Cameroonian music has been facing a whole lot of identity problem, Yeah, when I say identity problem is because, a whole lot of people know Cameroon when it comes to music. They know Makossa. And Cameroon as a whole has got a whole lot of genres that has been at the top of the game back in the days. And of course, we definitely think that our new artists, our urban and the most recent artists nowadays should kind of go back to the roots and see how we can keep proning and keep pushing back the identity that we have. Because when you go out of Cameroon, you hear people say Makossa. I'll tell you a little bit of a story. When I was in Nigeria, and some of the people that I met, when they talked about Makossa music, they will always refer to artists like Awilo Longomba. And I was like, come on, man. Awilo Longomba is no Cameroonian. He's not a Cameroonian. And his music is not even called Makossa. His music is called Ndombolo. And Ndombolo is a Congolese music. From DRC and stuff. They're like, do you mean that? Just to say, a whole of Nigerians know Makossa, but technically they attribute Makossa to Congolese music, and it's crazy. And this is so because, I think for some time now, we have really, missed out on how to really push our musical identity. And that's just crazy. And we need to start thinking a little bit more outside the box. And when I say outside the box, outside of Francophone Africa and stuff, yeah, because I know a whole lot of people know Cameroon is a French country, but point of correction, we are a bilingual country. We speak both French and English, so you have to think about that when you think about Cameroon. So yeah, so the number one on my list of the artists that I think have been doing a great job recently, I want to give it up to Magasco. This is not an order of who is the best or who's not the best. I'm just giving it just like that, and I just want to talk about this artist and the music that they do and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm giving it up to Magasco. This guy is crazy. He's doing a whole lot of wonderful things, and he's one artist that has always been very much connected to the roots. And when I say to the roots, from music that has to do with the Njang kind of rhythm. Njang is from literally the northwest region of Cameroon, and it's one of the most promoted genres from that region. And of course, Bamin the Boy, like they call him, is one that has been doing a very wonderful job in putting that to the map. And recently, Magasco just released a song with the legendary Bikutsi artist Katino, Mama Katino. Shout out to you. And it's he took it back to the Bikutsi genre, and I think it's wonderful. That's a lovely song.
Abakwa bibi, today na today. I'm a makachino, abobe makashiko. I'm a makachino, abobe makashiko. Originality.
And we know Magasco for doing stuff like this because he also did a song with Lady Pons that was also a smash crazy hit, and he's been doing a whole lot of good stuff. And I think bringing urban music, fusing urban music with the old school, and also back to the Cameroonian music identity in Njang, like we could see, it's something that would only go a long way to promote our urban music and our culture. And that would definitely, I mean, that's what we're talking about, and that's what we're saying. So, I mean, when somebody listens to it outside, they're like, where's that? What's that? And where's it coming from? That is what we want, you know? And kudos to you, Magasco. I mean, boy, you're doing a great job. I mean, and I want you to know all the songs and all the artists that I'll be talking about in this video have their links to their songs in the description of this video, so you can always go down and check it out and click and, you know, go watch, follow them, and, you know, leave comment, like, and all what you need to do to support. So now I want to talk about tenor. You know, yeah, forget about all the buzz and all the stories, all the things around tenor. I mean, tenor is a great artist. I mean, he's one artist that his identity has always been very much Cameroonian, you know, even though we all think that he's very much Ivorian in his music and stuff like that. No, but I want to say tenor pays attention to his cultural heritage in his music. And you all bear with me, some time ago, you know, he released a song literally in Douala. I mean, that was kind of like, I always call it Makossa pop or Makossa soul, because I'll come to that, you know, I'll come to that. So he did a song featuring Siso, and he's also one great artist that happy to say he's also part of this list. But, you know, tenor always take his music back to the roots, and most of the times, and when he does that, it's always a crazy hit song. And I want to say kudos to you, tenor, for always, you know, sticking and trying to make sure that we always have this music that actually represents Cameroon and it's a Cameroonian heritage. So in his song with Salazar with Siso, it's a big Bikutsi. It's back to the Bikutsi fusion, and you know, bringing it, harmonizing it with some hip hop, and still maintaining that Cameroonian cultural thing. It's crazy, it's great. So I mean, that's something that will definitely keep people you know, glued and want to know more about the Cameroonian music and stuff like that. So it's our culture, and we need to, you know, keep it going, and, you know, always making it stay on top. So now I have Siso. Yeah, I mean, I just talked about Siso with tenor, but now, I mean, this is crazy. Siso is a very, very, very great artist, and what's so unique about him is that no matter how urban he is in his songs, but he always kind of like, you know, harmonizes that urbanness with the, you know, the old school, with the Cameroonian identity of music. I mean, he's from the central region. Of course, we know they have the Bikutsi, the Magambe, and all of that, but, you know, he fuses that in a way that, you know, sounds unique and Cameroonian, and that's exactly what we're talking about, and that's exactly what we want. And that's how we think artists in the new school should be thinking, not just trying to push back on the old school or our main genre that Cameroon is known for or known about, but they can bring that into the music that they do, and, you know, it's gonna come out great. Just put in some creativity in it, you know what I'm talking about. So kudos to you, my bro. So you're doing a great job, and I love that.
Donne-moi ton cœur et je te donnerai le mien. Dingue, tu vas être jusqu'au lendemain. Bâtirai mon empire entre tes mains. Mes jours de paix seront les tiens. Mais ne me trahis pas. Non, ne me trahis pas.
And now, I want to talk about this great lady, Chris M. Chris M. Mololo, you know what I'm talking about. So, I mean, Chris M has been through a lot, in her musical career and stuff like that. We remember when she was she was signed on the Big Dreams, and back then she also released a song. I think the title is Oublié, something like that. And but it really didn't make it. Why? I think to me it's simple, because back then the label had its #1 flag bearer and no other person than Loco, and Loco back then was doing great, and there's no other way that the label could have paid so much attention on Chris M. So I think after some time the deal didn't work out, and I mean she's now signed to Sono Life, and remember Sono Life is the label that worked with that had Franco when he went global and platinum. So yeah, and this time Chris M is doing a song called A Chacun Sa Chance. I mean, it's crazy. This song, it's wonderful. Wonderful because it roots back to the Cameroonian, heritage, musical heritage. With the Western region, we have the Bensikin, and that's exactly the rhythm in which these urban artists fuses this song with, and it's great. I mean, you need to listen to this song, and I think the creativity put into it, and the rhythm, the style, and everything is what has just got just got the Cameroonian public crazy. Because I mean, I started following this song from when it was like 100,000 views, and now it's almost 1.6, I think. I mean, it's above 1 million, just to say, and it's crazy. That's just to say a whole lot of people connect with this kind of creativity, with this kind of music that at the same time brings you joy, but connects and stays still with our musical heritage and our culture. So Chris M, baby girl, you're doing great. I love your music, and come on, I love what you're doing, and you got to keep doing that, and you don't have to stop for nothing in the world. So kudos to you, kudos to the team, chapeau. Now, unfortunately, I want to talk about this song by this group that we all know they're now separated and stuff. I'm talking about the rhythms. Asiko gave hope to the Cameroonian music, and of course, it made us to understand that the old school music, the genre that are the identity of Cameroon, such as Asiko, could still be brought back to life, in which they did. I mean, it's crazy. Phil Bill, you guys did a wonderful job. Master K, you guys did a wonderful job with Asiko, and when now you even listening to Asiko music, you're like, you just want to start dancing and saying ho ho ho, Shabasiko and stuff like that. So this is what we are talking about, bringing this urban vibe into the musical heritage of Cameroon, and also bringing back to life, the genre that Cameroon has always been known for. So I mean, let's give a big kudos to rhythms, and of course, for the past 2 years now, I mean, last year, this year, we've been crazily dancing to Shabasiko, and it keeps. When you listen to it, you're like, oh man, I want to go back down to my roots. So it's crazy. Kudos to you guys.
Njang, on m'a dit que tu aimes le luxe, que ta beauté est faite à baser l'argent. Mais je m'en fous de cette parure. Je veux juste ton cœur. Napula nemoule ma mongomae. Napula nemoule ma mongomae. Napula nemoule ma mongomae. Napula nemoule ma mongomae. Ton cœur n'est pas le caillou.
Now I want to talk about these two guys, Witty Minstrel and Shay Lontum. I mean, they have done so great and so well in actually making sure that the music from the northwest region of Cameroon stays alive, the Njang kind of vibes, and it's been crazy. I mean, ever since these guys dropped the Be Proud and Last Hour and all of that, it's been crazy. Like, these songs are massive, and it keeps taking you back to the cultural heritage of these of this wonderful beloved region of Cameroon, the northwest region, and at the same time nationally and globally. So it's a crazy thing, and with all these, we turn to see that we can do a whole lot when we put in some creativity back to our natural roots of music and bringing it up rather than trying to always say, oh, we want to like compare with this country, we want to be like this artist and stuff. We've got our identity. We have all what it takes to put our music to the best of our capacity and to the best to the world. So we can do that. I mean, we can really do that.
We proud of who we are. We proud of who we are. Baby girl on the way Abonyere you for la sawa. Shingo ishebo woso wiraba. Abonyere you for la sawa. Abonyere you go jere me. Abonyere you for la sawa. If you jere me, I go jere you. Abonyere you for la sawa. One lengo na yimojo una. Abonyere you for la sawa.
The last artist I want to talk about, I mean, like I told you, the fact that it's the last, it's not like it's the last artist. No, it's of any other. So there's no other, I'm not following any other right here. So now, lastly, I want to talk about this beautiful lady, Renew. I mean, Akumbo music in the house. You guys have been doing great. I mean, I must say, Renew to me is like the most consistent Cameroonian female urban artist of all time. I mean, recently, she's been doing great. And when you look at her parcours, she's been always there, putting songs after songs, beautiful songs, growing her fan base, trying to make sure that everything works well in terms of the entire team, label, and everything. They have been putting in a whole lot of good work. I mean, shout out to you guys at Akumbo Music, and you guys have been doing great. And Renew, your songs are lovely. When you listen to the song, you feel like, oh, this is some goose. This is some wonderful vibes coming from Cameroon, and you just want to know more about the country.
You don't chercher, you don't trouver. En amour, il faut supporter. Il faut toujours être content. Not the one way again for you. Why you only want it up for outside? Where you fit cook your own for inside. You only want ankele. You want to display everything. Amala,
I mean, I really want to give it up to these artists for the great job they have been doing, and they have been putting in order to not just making good music from Cameroon, but also, vibing and vibrating the Cameroonian music heritage through our, lovely genres that we used to have. So that's it. I mean, those are the 8 artists that I think have been doing a great job in, taking Cameroon to the world. And just so you know, I think we can do better. We can do more if we think of, still, using the musical heritage that we have and putting in a whole lot of creativity, changing it a little bit, making it more urban, and still taking it so that when people listen to the songs, they're like, hey, where's that coming from? Oh, it's coming from Cameroon. Oh, wow, that's lovely. I mean, I want to know more about the music, the Cameroonian music and stuff like that. That's what we're talking about. So, yeah, we're going to be talking a whole lot of what's happening in the Cameroon urban culture. You just have to stay glued and connected to this channel, and of course it's going to be a great while. But know that this is my opinion of what I think it's happening in the Cameroonian music Cameroonian urban music industry. You can share, I mean, you're welcome to share your opinion in the comment section of this video. Let's take the conversation further and think about things that we can come up with, talk about in order to promote and enlighten more the Cameroonian urban music to the world. Or don't forget to subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell so that each time we do put up a video, you'll definitely be the first to know and come grab the exclusivity of what we have for you. So it's going down. It's The Talk with your boy, the V to the A. See you in the next video. And just a heads up, the next video I will be talking about what young artists, I mean those who are just getting into music or want to grow in music, what they have to do in order to some kind of like make their career successful or a successful one. I'm going to be giving you my tips that I think are great for young artists to hold on to, and if you do, yeah, we're going to take the conversation further. So see you in the next video. Bye bye. It's your boy, the V to the A. Ciao ciao. See ya.